welcome back to An Accidental Retiree. I'm Tammy E. And this is my writing vlog for March 2025. And I am in my green because I think of green this month, but I didn't wear my shamrock pen for this beginning interlude. You might see it in the middle section in here because this is filmed all month. I hesitated to maybe put this up in March because I am, for Lent, taking a step away from social media in general, but I do have a video that I filmed earlier to go up this month already, and why not do this one? But this is all I'm doing this month, officially. I have one that, like I said, some things I filmed earlier, and I guess kind of thinking about Lent ahead of time. And so you'll see this somewhere in the midsection because I've already been filming some of my vlog, and you'll see maybe another part. If I look better someday wearing the same outfit, I just might decide to put that up instead, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to get this 66-year-old to look good anymore, especially when she never has really liked doing a lot of fussing. So that's kind of a thing. Anyway, so I'm gonna let the dog out, and then you'll see some more of this video, and then you'll see the end section where I'm going to film a thank you. So I hope you enjoy this month's writing vlog, where I'm making some progress. We'll find out how much. I have had to do very little work, but I did do a nice little character sketch on the protagonist in this story and their relationship to their grandmother, and a little bit all about them too. So it's time to draft. I don't think I can really do more before I get started on this particular work. I think it's time to stop procrastinating and get to work on it tomorrow. I need to go through maybe my characters this evening and the last names that I'm going to use and start crafting, which is cool. I'm excited. I wanted to start it on a 5-day. Tomorrow is March 5th. So I'm going to start it on a 5-day, and meaning the 5th of the month. It's not really 5 numerologically if you break it down, but it doesn't matter. I wanted to start on the 5th or the 15th of March, or the 25th. But I decided, yeah, and let's see if I can finish it by May 5th. That would be really cool. And because then that would be a 5/5/25 kind of thing. And which might mean it would be economically successful. But we'll see. I'm going to work as hard as I can and go from there. See you soon, and maybe tomorrow in this vlog. I don't know. Hopefully I'll check in tomorrow. I went through that. It didn't take long. I have an idea of changing a last name to another last name, and actually using my genealogy to use that for a last name because it's so long ago it won't matter, and I think I just want to do that. So it's good. And now I'm going to stop and actually work on this and off camera. And I don't know if I'll check in with you before I finish, but I want to put some music on and do a little bit more because I didn't spend as much with my time lapse as I thought I was, which is okay. And I'm going to work on a few other things before lunch. So, I got quite a bit written down, but I'm finding using tree form is kind of not a good form for me. On my father's side, I can go back to 1540, I think it was. And then we're in Germany, and there's one that's Dutch, grandmother, many times, grandmother, great. And lots of interesting things because, you know, it confirms that I had one of my great numbered grandfathers was married to the daughter of a colonel in the Revolutionary War, and he himself was a captain. And that's just one side. There's another side that I found that I didn't go through today, where there's privates or infantrymen in the Revolution. Yeah, there's Civil War as well in there, but I haven't written them all down. And then, like, one link from that colonel side, I believe, there's somehow related to Abraham Lincoln, but it's Abraham Lincoln Hatfield, I think, because it was a Hatfield's family tree. So that's the Hatfield and McCoys. Okay, so somewhere in there, there's relatives that I'm related to. I bet if I go back enough on the other side, in one of the others, there's a McCoy. I mean, because, you know, that's kind of how it goes. But anyway, that was interesting too. So, and one day I'm going to have to study that Hatfield and McCoy thing, because that's part of Kentucky lore, I believe it is. Anyway, that hill country lore. Anyway, so I'm putting this away now, and then I'm going to grab something else and work on it and do a little time lapse before I have my lunch, and probably quit this part of working at the desk for today. I don't know. I do have this I want to work on too, so I'm not sure what you're going to see, but maybe I'll work on this first, and then I will work on the other stuff after lunch or before I go to lunch here, or tomorrow. It's a good little think about different things, and I have one ending that I want to do in this green book that I want to sketch out, and I have a few assignments to do, like character names, but I have even that last bit in my head. I'm not sure I'm going to come back to this today. I'm going to leave it out for now. I'm not going to film it if I do. But I'm very close to being able to start drafting. So I don't know if you'll see segments of that, or I'll just do a little blurb telling you about what I've drafted so far as I get closer to ending this month's vlog. But we're in the beginning of the month, so it's too hard to tell you. This is March 6th that I'm doing this particular little segment, and filmed the beginning and end of the video itself. So you'll see me in the next little segment. Today, it's like St. Pat's Day, and I am starting my book. I finally got things kind of semi-set up so that I can start my rough draft. And here I go. I'm going to be doing that, and that's what I'm doing today. So, without further ado, I'm going to do some little bit different, because I'm going to use this little stand I have today instead of my big one. To do some time lapse, and then I'll talk to you a little bit again later. So that today is St. Patrick's Day. I've got my wearing of the green on, and we're doing a little video here while I work on my novel, which I am starting today, that draft. So here we go. We're going to do some time lapse here in a minute with my laptop, which I don't have it at the greatest angle today, but I didn't want to take time to learn something new. I want to just get started, because here it is almost 5 o'clock, and I have haven't started anything yet. And my day is just about over that I have time by myself. So I want to get something done. Got the first paragraph, but I had a phone call, so I didn't get as much done as I'd like, but I at least started. So I'm feeling a little wonky. It's time for me to take a break, and maybe I'll get back to it. I'll check in tomorrow. I'm successful. I looked at my first paragraph, and I decided I'm going to keep that, just tweaked it a little bit, and I'm ready to roll on with my story. But I am going to stop with the filming because my phone's going to run out, and I'll come back to it, let you know how I did tomorrow or the next time I film. Just not going to do it today because I'm going to be busy the rest of the day with family and with this. So I was going to film today me typing. I was going to use my keyboard for the first time, but I got lost in my scrapbook land, and it's already kind of time for me to stop writing. So I'm going to do just a little writing, plus my phone didn't charge while I thought it was charging all afternoon. So this phone is going to die that I film on. So I'm not sure how much I'll get of like a time-lapse photography or anything of me typing, but I'll try. And then I'll try to do a follow-up, but I'll probably be in the other room because my phone's about to die. So today I was able to hook up my Bluetooth keyboard and my external mouse. So I'm good to go. I so far am not liking the keyboard. I went back and typed the title page of my novel and also corrected the header a little bit for the title I'm working with. But I got an extra long one, and I don't know, because I'm hitting the wrong keys. I touch type more than I realized, and that's a good thing, but now I got to look down a little bit more, so that's going to slow me down a little bit. So I'm not so sure that I won't actually just use the keyboard, which I have that nice little cover on it now to make it tamified in my purple blue kind of tones that I'm going for here. As you can see, I also have a little peach in here because my son and his wife and granddaughter got me a really cool device. Now I'm going to do a little bit of writing, and I'm going to turn myself around a little bit here. And just I am sitting here. I've got my junk over here that some of it is new stuff, maybe for another video or talk sometime. And then I have my books handy. Not exactly easy to access. I think I'm going to put this over here for now. And I don't need my stickers today, so I'm going to shoot that way. But this is something I may use. And down on this pile, maybe something I use. But I don't think I'm going to go into the core story today. Right now I'm doing like the prologue story, and I'm having fun with that. It's so fictionalized, based on things that happened in life, but not happened in life. I mean, places, locations, and things I did as a kid, young teenager. Anyway, so I'm doing that, and I'm having fun creating this one character, which, you know, is kind of a book in itself, and maybe I'll put that as a book in itself instead of putting it with the series, but we'll see. And you know, it depends on my beta readers, which are my family, once I get everything done. But I'm certainly kicking it off, and I've got, you know, I won't waste what I'm doing right now. If I don't use it for this book, I will use it for another book. But anyway, I'm excited. And sometimes I'm too excited to sleep, which that's not good. So anyway, I'm going to get to it, and then I'll update you on hopefully a word count today if I can figure that out. I'm finding that 365 is not as easy as working with student teacher word. And I wish I could get student teacher word because I need spell check. I'm a horrible speller. Well, not horrible, but, you know, like if I don't know it, I don't know it, and I have to look it up, and that, you know, it's just spell check made things a lot easier. And this will tell me something's wrong, but I have to figure out what's wrong. And then I just use the thesaurus of my mind and rewrite, but that's not necessarily what I want to do. So, you know, I can have my phone handy and that can help, sort of, I guess, but it's still putsy. Anyway, so I'm going to get back to work, and, you know, I know they say just don't worry about everything in your first draft, but I like to have it neat, and that's the way I like to work. So I'm going to work the way I work and the way I made short stories and stuff, which I should read some of those to you, because I could do that on my Writing Wednesday, which I might do next month because I'm not going to publish them per se, so may as well read some of them, but we'll see. Anyway, and one is actually published in something, so I'm not sure if I'm sure I'm allowed to do it. So I'll read that one. I won't read other people's work, but I will read that one. I participated in a writing workshop in 2007. Yes, I have been actually, even though this is my very first novel I'm working on and sharing with you, I have started other novels, and I have taken lots of writing classes during my lifetime, and I wrote plays as a kid that my peers performed when I was in 5th grade and 6th grade, and it was like so popular in 5th grade they wanted me to write a 6th grade one. So I mean, I've been writing a long time. Theoretically, I should be doing really well with my life if I were like Stephen King, but I'm not. I decided to be a reading specialist, and they said I was deficient in the end, so I don't know. I guess I didn't do well with that, but I know my students liked me. I loved my students. I loved teaching, and some teachers respected me, and some parents did too. Well, most parents did. So I don't know. There it is. But when I give a political opinion like I did today with one of my friends that wants to discuss politics, and I'm dealing with high blood pressure issues, I don't want to discuss politics. Anyway, I said, well, this is what I think we should do with the economy, blah, 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 blah. It was a pretty good idea, God darn it. But because she's so afraid we're going to take on Canada, which, why would we? Anyway, but I sure hope not. I'd want to move, but I don't know where I'd move to. So, with that being said, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, you know, it does. I said I said a lot of ridiculous things, and then I ended it with, well, what do I know, though? I was just a reading specialist and deficient one at that. You know? So, anyway, I think she was trying to get me to worry about my investments or something. I don't know. I guess I could worry. I'm not going to. I'm poor. Why would I? Anyway, I'm just going to write. That's what I'm going to do. I'm back the next day, and I forgot to film yesterday at the end. I got on to the 4th page, but not finished with the 4th page. I did get that keyboard working. I found out some more things about 365, and I have questions to ask my husband this weekend to improve my typing speed and so on. It's, of course, a little different than the student teacher version I'm used to using, and so I am learning something new with this. So bear with me. It's going to take a while to get this book done, but, you know, hopefully, maybe tonight I can even just put it on my lap and work on some writing things. I don't know. We'll see. I had kind of a rough day. I don't know if I had the norovirus again, some kind of little stomach bug the last week, off and on. And today it was kind of mocking a heart attack a little bit this morning. So being that my blood pressure is elevated a little bit because it was last week when I went in, I don't know about now. I think it's better, but I'm still not up to par. So I'm just kind of hanging loose here and just kind of relaxing as much as I can today. I might write a little bit later and I'll let you know. I'll try to get a word count. I haven't figured that out yet. And I remember getting stuck at about this many pages the last time I started a novel, which I only got like 2 chapters done or something like that. I don't know, maybe 3. And they were short chapters of a rough draft for later in the series. So it'll connect to this story eventually, but I'm not going to do this right now. I'm going to just kind of relax the rest of the day, and maybe I'll do some genealogy, writing down a little bit of some of my ancestors in my book this evening. We'll see. Otherwise, I'm just going to relax. I really have felt like I needed a nap most of the day, but I didn't take one. So maybe I'll take a nap. We'll see. But I did take it quite easy. I did a little kind of cleanup here, a little sweeping in our house, and I took a nice shower this morning. That made me feel better, but I still felt like I should take it easy, so I did. Part of it is that recuperation from COVID. For me, it just has been a very lengthy process. My voice is getting better. The doctor I saw last week said she thought it was acid reflux, so I've been kind of using my acid reflux diet a little bit and cutting back on Coca-Cola, which used to cut through that phlegm a little bit, and now and help with the coughing, but it probably did, some stuff to my esophagus again, and I can heal that up probably real quickly. Well, hopefully I can. I'm not as young as I was the last time I had problems, but I probably nipped it in the bud because I don't have the same problems. So I'm hoping that I can feel better next week when I go to the doctor, and I'm probably going to have that medication updated a little bit because I have a feeling that's what's going to be the thing. But anyway, I'm happy to be at it almost steadily. I'm thinking about it, that's for sure. And I will get to it, hopefully, maybe even this evening if I have again to do it, but I need to take a nap or, and have a little snack, have my other blood pressure medication, which seems to work better. And we'll see what happens. So, see you in the next bit. I don't know what day it'll be. I doubt if it will be today. I'll update you maybe tomorrow or the next day. Because I'm taking off today, I'm probably going to work on it this weekend if I can. And so that's my plan. To end my video here on March 24th, I haven't done any writing today. I have 3 full pages and a quarter page finished of my novel's first draft. I learned a lot about my computer and using the external keyboard that I purchased this month. I did a lot of work on pre-writing, so it was a really busy and successful month, but I have a long way to go to finish this first novel. I haven't been feeling the greatest the last few days. I'm a little tired, and those blood pressure issues aren't quite fixed yet. So even though I planned on doing a little writing, I had my cardinal pin on I was going to tell you about, and so I will tell you about the cardinals that I didn't see, and then I started seeing outside. I saw a green cardinal the other day, which must have been the mom bird, and some baby cardinals, because they have a little bit of a red head, but they look a lot like sparrows. And she seemed very protective of them. Anyway, outside my door, they had been kind of hiding, but maybe they were nesting or something. I don't know. But anyway, it was fun to see them back. And so I put my cardinal pin on, so I look a little bit Christmassy here with a green shirt and a cardinal pin, but it's late March. But guess what? Babies conceived at this time of year, they're born around Christmas. So there is that. I guess that's when I started. Anyway, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to end it here. And next month, hopefully I'll have a really great update, but I certainly will keep working on it. It may be a slow process, maybe slower than I want, but you know, I am retired and I am 66, and you know, part of the fun is the journey in writing anything I've learned in my life. The fun part is the journey of writing a piece. So I've always written shorter pieces before. I have attempted novels before. I've had 3 chapters of novels completed, but no further. Anyway, let's see what happens with this one. You will see next month what happens. I'll update you at the end of the month. I might do a little bit different Writing Wednesday for next month, but we'll see. I have some old writing I want to read for you on videos, so maybe I'll be doing some of that instead of, and then have a shorter writing update, not necessarily on a Wednesday, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet. I'm flexible. I'm retired. You have to be flexible. Anyway, we're going to end this video soon, like in the next clip. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video and got to the end here. I'm about ready to have some lunch. I'm going to go and get my treat of Jimmy John's today. And this is an unsponsored video. It's just something I sometimes treat myself with a couple times a month. Anyway, so got a treat meal coming for myself, and I hope you enjoyed what's in between the beginning and the end of this video. We'll see you in April, and hopefully I'll have some more writing progress to report. And, you know, one of these days I'm going to read some of my writing, but I'm not sure which month it's going to be. And maybe I'll add more videos to my writing vlogs, or as a part of this. I don't know. So far, I'm not getting a lot of views on my writing lately, but maybe I will in the future. Who knows? I just am going to keep making them and hope that someday they are helpful for something, especially after I've actually finished a book and put it up for sale, which that is my end goal. So, I'll see you soon. Bye for now, and God bless everyone. I'm Tammy E., an accidental retiree.